Hi, everyone. This is going to be some direction for your virtual karyotype analysis. It is in the format of a presentation. Everybody should have their own copy, and you should be able to interact with your own presentation. So you should have learned what a karyotype is last week. It's this nice picture of all of your chromosomes lined up in homologous pairs, and you are going to figure out what it means when we don't have exactly 46 chromosomes. So instructions: match the homologous chromosomes by size and banding pattern. Banding pattern are those stripes. I'm going to demonstrate it for you in a minute. To diagnose a human disorder involving abnormal number of chromosomes, follow the example below and drag the larger chromosomes to the top and the smaller ones to the bottom. You can enlarge the pieces also if you can't see the banding pattern. When you're finished, you're going to answer the questions on the last slide before you turn the assignment into Canvas. Now, there are 4 sets of these. I only want you to do 2. So if you scroll through it, you'll see set A has a big clump of chromosomes over here. It's basically going to be your job to unscramble those chromosomes and match them. And then if you do set A, there's also questions about set A. There's set B, same thing. Set C, same thing. Set D. Okay? Like I said, I want you to do 2 of these. There's more information too. So the sex chromosomes. Like I said, this is a basic biology class. We're sticking to XX and or XY. And then there are possible disorders. If a child has Down syndrome, it means they will have an extra number 21. Edwards syndrome is an extra number 18. Patau syndrome is an extra 13. And Turner syndrome means that person is missing an X chromosome. All right. So I am going to demonstrate set A. So the first thing that you should do, the chromosomes are color-coded. So blue is Y. I know it's very gendered. It's just how it came. And X is pink. So because this is a karyotype of a person with an X and a Y, what gender would they be assigned at birth? And that's actually one of the questions on the next page. You can fill that out. Remember who has Ys. What word ends in Y? Who has Ys? The rest of them, you are going to, like I said, unscramble and match. So you can kind of put them over here so they're not so entirely clumped together. But I like to start with the small ones and work my way backwards. So the small ones, this is considered a small one. Small ones go on the bottom. And then you find its match. Here's his match. And they match exactly. Like I said, these are called banding patterns. So you can use 2 fingers to blow them up. But you can tell these are basically twins. They have the exact same banding pattern, the exact same stripes, if you will. And then that's what you do. The bigger ones go on top. So let's see, do those match? Those match. Those are big ones. So those ones go on top. I'm going to put them at spot number 1 because to me, they're the biggest. Later, if I find bigger ones, I can always rearrange it. But the bigger ones go on the top. The smaller ones go on the bottom. And then you do that for every set. You basically, these ones are kind of smaller, so maybe I'm going to put those there. You spread them out. You match them up. Nope, those 2 don't match. Those 2 don't match either. They're not the same striped pattern. But you get where I'm going with that. That one's smaller, so you know what? I'm going to move this one over because those are smaller. And you unscramble them, you find their twins, and you fill up the entire thing until they have 2 in each section. Like it says in the beginning, there are some spots that might have 3 in that section. Plus 21 means there's an extra chromosome 21, an extra chromosome 18, an extra chromosome 13. Or minus X means it's missing an X. So a person with Turner syndrome will only have 1 X chromosome. And because there's no Ys, that person will be a certain gender. Okay? So, like I said, pick 2 of these sets. There's A, B, C, D. You could do A and C. You could do C and D, whatever. Pick 2 of the sets. Answer each set of questions for each set. You're going to have to research a little if you end up with a karyotype with an extra or a missing chromosome. And that's the assignment. All right. Email me if you have questions. We can meet during office hours at 9:30 or 2 o'clock any day next week.